What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of Pillars of Eternity. My name is Splattercat, and I'm happy to have you here today as we continue to plumb through Radrick's Keep, which is actually taking longer than I expected it to. I thought we'd just, like, cruise on in, murder a bunch of guys, and then that would be it. Once we had gotten done murking fools, we would finally, not putting merkins on fools, but murking fools. We got a little bit of chainmail right there, I think. What was that? What was that? Was it magical? Does it have good properties? It's got fine mail armor. And so it's got 11, but its recovery time is a lot worse. What's she rocking right now? She's got a 35, so with scale armor, I should really think about getting some of these guys, like, better armor, though. I mean, the recovery speed is a lot worse if they interrupt your activities, but since I'm using some of these guys as, like, main melee combatants anyways, it's just sort of like, I wonder sometimes if it's worth it to put armor on, like, stronger characters or, like, what you want to do. His armor gives 7 DR, but you've got to remember that his actually comes with 3 more damage reduction because it's pierce-proofed, and then he gets second chance, which I have no idea what second chance is. I assume that it means that he gets to, let me take a look here. So he's got of intellect. What does second chance do? Like, where can I see what that does? It looks like I can actually give him attribution, like, bonuses too. However, I want to know what pierce-proof does. I'm sorry, what second chance does. I assume that second chance allows him to, like, re-roll defensive rolls or something. I don't know. That's what it sounds like. Or maybe, like, whenever a fatal blow is struck, he gets, like, another chance to basically shrug it off. But anyways, I guess there's no way to really tell right now. Hopefully they make that so it's interactable or something like that. It's one of those little oversights. So far, I've actually been really, really pleased with the UI and the way that the game functions. There haven't been a whole lot of things so far that made me just be like, ugh, and be frustrated. There's been a couple pathfinding issues, but that's been about it. This guy over here is about to catch a hard whooping. Oh, look, it puts everybody into a combat state no matter where you're fighting. That's a really, really interesting thing to notice. And I bet he drops back out of combat now? Oh, okay. So throughout the map, everybody that's, when you're engaged in combat, everybody on the map is technically in combat. That's kind of cool. I'm going to go after, so let's start right here. I think we're going to get bound, unfortunately. What I'd prefer to do is to run over to there. I'm going to keep you right there. I'm going to have you actually be a block stop or a stop block right there. You two, get over here, and I just want the Priest of Barath to be bombarded as hard as possible. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted... Oh, wow. Okay, so that's an AoE? Oh, that's a little bit different than I expected. Okay, well, hit him with the magic missiles then. And then on this side, I would love it if you would kick him and knock him down and make it so that he can't, like, continue to hurt us like he has been so far. Every time I leave a priest up, I regret it. Every single time. The priests are nasty, nasty customers. Got a little bit of health right there. Let's continue cleaving on through. This guy's got a giant battle axe or some kind of halberd or something that he's just destroying us with. It'd be amazing if your name was actually Hal and then you had a halberd, because then it could be like a halberd +3. It'd be the halberd, though. I don't know. It'd make me pretty happy. We've got pole axes right there. We got a couple of goodies. We don't look like we have any auras or anything around the rest of this gear, so I'll just stow it away for later. I think that we're going to be able to walk out of this one. Oh, I missed a chest over there. I think we're going to be able to walk out of this one with a pretty substantial amount of treasure if we can make it work for us. Watch out for traps and everything else in here. Doesn't look like we have any. That's going to be a strong box, which appears to be for taxes or something of that nature. We've got a fine spear on that side. All the other spears lust after it. Go back this way. I'm going to pop that off real quick, and it looks like I missed a chest on that side. And so in the interest of making sure that we got 100% of the treasure inside 100% of the keep, I'm going to give 100% of my attention towards this little guy right here. And it's going to have a bloodstone inside of it, and then 90 more copper. Makes me happy. We need money right now. We need money very, very badly because we are going through it super, super crazily trying to upgrade that keep and make sure that it looks the way that we need it to, like a super awesome pimpin' pad for us to hang out in. Let me throw somebody into stealth mode here and we'll scout out this next hallway. Get a feel for the way the next combat's going to go down. I wish we had like an Eye of Kilrog or something like that that we could make happen. Looks like we got a couple of guys down and in here that are ready to fight. I don't know if it's worth it to draw them down into the room. Fight in the hallway. I don't know. Let's line them up just in case.
Yeah, sure.
And so my preference would be to do something like this. And then once they come around the corner, we go all in right there. I would prefer, actually, where's Durance and all this? I prefer that Durance, we need to drop like some serious pain on this guy right here. But let's just wait for a moment. We'll see how that goes down. On this side, I'm going to put a little bit of fire on that dude. Okay, so you stay on the wizard then. Yeah, hurt him as badly as possible. It looks like he's going to use a chilling touch or something of that nature. That's alright, I can deal with that. And then what I'd like to do is if we can fry him like right now, I say we go straight hard turkey on this dude, except for here. You stay right there. He's only got magic missiles and he's got no armor, so I'm figuring you should go through him pretty quickly. Yeah, it only took 2 spear stabs. He's already down, so I guess that while he might be peerless when it comes to magic... Oh, look, he dropped a book too. I wonder if he has the same thing that the other guy had. Let's find out here. So we got another tome on that side. The Spellwright's tome, that one's got... Okay. And then that one... Oh, they all carry the exact same spells. Okay. Well, I'll probably have him go through and just, like, learn a lot of these because we are making a lot of money for right now. And so I figure grabbing a better spell repertoire probably isn't going to hurt us. We've got... What is she using right now? She's got herself a fine pike. It does 20 to 29. It's got a speed of slow. What does a spear do? It's got a speed of average and it goes 14 to 21. It's accurate and fine. That one's got increased reach and fine. What's the difference? So accurate gives her a better chance to hit. And then ideally... We could give it burning or freezing lash, maybe? I don't know if these are things that I should be saving until I get weapons that are actually worth enchanting. I feel like I might be holding off on using good stuff simply based on the fact that I'm nervous about wasting it, but I don't know. Got a couple more guards down in here. We'll go ahead and deal with them in normal fashion. Bring her down here to deal with the archer because obviously her DR is going to be a little bit lower than everybody else. How come nobody's... Ranged characters? I don't know if you want to like maybe jump on in there real fast. There we go. Awesome. And so now that everybody's functioning along the same path, I don't know, my mouse has been wonky lately. I might need to get a new one. Sometimes when I click it doesn't do things that I want it to. I've been debating. I also need a new keyboard. I really do. I've got a Corsair keyboard, but while it would be a great keyboard, I've got the, I forget what it's called. It's the brushed like airline steel one. But anyways, is it? I don't think that you have 8 mechanics. I'm pretty sure that you don't have that. So anyways, I like the keyboard that I have, but it's a little bit loud for recording, and so I might go and buy another one that's a little bit more silent. Let's throw everybody into stealth mode, just in case this room is stacked up with foes. And it's not, so we'll bring everybody in. Let's have a look out for treasure or anything else we can get our hands on. We've got a bookcase right here, Nasi Talk Poetry, a compilation. Not really interested in the Nasi Talk rhymes. However, if I can turn Nasi Talk rhymes into real-world money, or Nasi Talk money, doesn't really matter to me. Either way, I'm trying to get paid right now. We got a bunch of cash in that drawer right there. Somebody messed up by leaving their lunch money in there. Although, frankly, what do you need that much money for lunch for? I'm happy with just a sandwich, but I'm a simple man with simple pleasures, I guess. Oh! Hello, secret door. Where do you lead to? A stairwell that goes that way.
Huh? Sure.
This room appears to be pretty empty. Dusty old ledgers record the taxes paid on farmsteads in Gilded Vale as far back as 2632. Okay, let's keep an eye out for anything else secret while we're in here. I just looted a bunch of stuff and I have no idea what it was, so unfortunately... We've got a pistol right there. We've got two-handed, very slow. The pistol's two-handed? Really? Huh. I guess you need a... Maybe you need a handle like reload with. What are these? The boots of stealth. We can probably slot those in on somebody. And then that looks like that's going to be the culmination of all the loot that's available inside this room. And so who was our stealth character? I think it was her. That's who I was working on anyways. I seem to recall working on it with a couple of our other characters too, like maybe the ranger. Either way, she's got no botas on right now, and so what I'd like to do with her is we'll go back and into... Is it in the armor? No. It's going to be in the extras menu right there. And those are going to give +2 to stealth. Not bad. That'll help us use her as a scout a little bit more efficiently, which I'm happy about. Other things we should probably... I should more than likely filter some of this stuff back into... We've got a yellow lab. How do we like make this happen? This small yellow dog seems happy to accompany you. It's not with us right now, though. That's the thing that's throwing me off, is that they keep saying that, but it's not here. Minor recovery. Okay, throw that over there. I'm not a prospector, not interested in anything that I've got to dig out of a wall. As far as all this goes, I'm thinking maybe I should give her... I don't know, maybe go sword and board on some of this stuff. Like, I like the fact that she has a little bit of reach. But what happens when you dual wield? Like, what is the specifics that goes along with that? Does that hurt my accuracy? So I have a primary 43. It does. It nails down your accuracy pretty hard. And so what might be a better plan for her for right now would be to spec her a little bit more tanky, possibly. We got -4 to accuracy. Just give her like a small shield or something that she can use while she's in combat. And then that'll make it so that she can deal a bit more damage. And then if she's got draining, that'll also help out. Oh, that lowers her accuracy right there too. Okay, so any offhand lowers your accuracy. That's a wee bit concerning. By comparison to the pike, how did that do? Swap her over. Oh, two-handeds look like they have low accuracy too. Okay, so no harm, no foul. We'll try her out as a dual wielder for a little bit because we do have so many rare weapons and things, like so many magical little objects that we can use for all this.
Sure.
Scout this room out because it looks like it's got a larger layer of the... Who is this? Blood still wet runs from the woman's slit throat, soaking into the sheets below. Okay, so it appears as though somebody enjoys himself a little bit of sex murder every now and again. Finish the job and then finish her off, I guess. I don't know. It's a little bit...
I haven't seen before.
It's a little gnarly for me, but what can you do? So who has the best mechanics in our group right now? Because I have forgotten who I was specking for mechanics. We've got mechanics on him of 5. We've got mechanics on him of 2. 1 right there. 5 right there. So it appears as though our wizard was the guy that we were going after.
The work of a moment.
There it is. We've got ourselves a new gauntlet, and so it's the gauntlets of minor accuracy. Once again, I'm going to insert a random prospecting joke right here, pick up the gloves, and then we'll see. So those just probably give like 1 accuracy, right? Oh, 3 accuracy. That would actually be really nice for her. So there we go. That'll bring her accuracy up slightly. Give her a better chance to smack the hell out of our foes. Additionally, I'd like to look out for any secret rooms over here because I think we are in the Master's Not-So-Suite. If it would be a suite if murder hadn't been committed in here, but I'm thinking that because murder hath been committed, it's no longer a suite. It'll be like a bitter or something, I don't know. Inside this room, it is eerily quiet in here. Let me scout this out real fast since we don't have a rogue. I think I might take a rogue next just to see like how I could fit that into my party. Maybe something to replace the chanter? I don't know. I'd like to have a rogue though. I've heard that rogues are really, really good. Therefore, I am under the impression that perhaps having one might be nice. Got a quick save right there real fast, and I think this might actually be the last room. Looks like we got a whole bunch of those paladins up in here, champions of Barath. The King's Keep, we got an archer over on that side. Got a favored of Barath right there.
Hey.
This fight could be really, really nasty. I don't know. We'll see what happens here. There are going to be enemies that like have to go when we go into this fight. Archers. Okay, so I'm just trying to get a feel for like what's around right here, and then like honestly, if it's one of those fights where we have to walk in and talk, that means we're going to start out surrounded too, and I'm not necessarily super inclined to jump into an imbalanced fight like that where they have a huge advantage where we can't like taunt them from across the room and make them come to us if we got to talk to him and then be surrounded right afterwards.
A simple test.
Ooh, that actually is going to take quite a bit to get up into there. Okay, well we may not have any choice. We may have to jump into here right now, although I'll be square with all of you. The odds do not appear to favor us right there. The odds do not appear to be favorable. So, in walking into this room, my God, we're going to be so surrounded. Like, I don't even know where to begin with this. Let him approach. Flanked by a host of guards, all of whom regard you with mute hostility, Lord Radric VII observes you from his throne, clad in ornate plate. His eyes have a hollow quality, and there is a pallor to the man's gaunt face that leaves his features showing stark against his dark and unkempt hair. Somebody rhymed a lot in here. You've got, like, ornate plate, hollow quality is close, it's almost there, and then you've got the stark and dark in there. Somebody was definitely feeling the rhyme. There is a dagger discarded upon one stone arm of the throne. A thin crimson rivulet worms its way down from the blade and past Radric's fingers, even as he leans forward to regard you with a piercing gaze. Thought he'd be better looking even with all the inbreeding. Though his face is calm, you notice a deer's hand straying towards his weapon as though with a mind of its own. It seems I have you to thank for the chaos spreading through my keep. I half expected some invading army.
It is unlike Kolsch to hire mercenaries, or foreigners for that matter. And you are not one of mine, so I cannot accuse you of treason.
His fingers close loosely around the pommel of the dagger as if to ascertain if it is still there and then flinch away. Perhaps he ought to have considered such tactics sooner. You've made short work of my guards. His eyes narrow. They were good and loyal servants. Loyal to my coin, if not to me. They deserved a better fate than you gave them.
What has my cousin promised you? Some grand reward? If he had any resources to his name, he would not covet mine. And if he had any honor in him, he would not have tried this here, now, when I have lost so much.
What have you lost?
Much. There is a plague among us here in Gilded Vale. The legacy is but part of it. The rest is fear, heresy, perversion. Each incident alone is but the flicker of a candle. But together, a blaze that will destroy us.
Flicking a candle seems like a great way to end up with burns on your fingers. The legacy is a test of faith. It has driven many to madness. They cling to hollow promises, to dark and terrible things. Each lie permitted feeds the fire. Every whisper from preening charlatans and venom-tongued midwives, the words of false prophets, the promises of dead gods. He clenches a gloved fist.
The flame consumed her. My Ygritte. And our child with it.
I wouldn't talk of honor if I were you. I saw the body upon your bed. His face darkens with sudden fury. You do not know what you speak of. The blasphemies that fell from her lips, the dead thing she brought into this world as a result. Gilded Vale's laws hold true for all within my lands. None can be exempt. Ygritte received a just sentence, whatever her title or her worth to me. Whatever the cost I bear, you speak in ignorance. Just as you have stumbled in ignorance upon my foolish cousin's plots without understanding what is at stake. Kolsch is your cousin?
Oh yes. We are kin, he and I. He was raised within these walls, in fact. Privy to all the privileges our family had to offer. But a greedy man always hungers after more than he receives, however bountiful. I was eldest, heir to the stewardship of our lands, and he was not.
The legacy brought chaos with it. Panic and despair. Kolsch took advantage of that chaos, creating division in our ranks, luring loyal men and women to his cause. Good men and good women. Radric's gaze goes distant for a moment, then he glances at you and his lip curls. He fled the heap in time to hole up in the wilds beyond the village to play at being a commoner and court favor with the people. And while he plays at conqueror, the Vale suffers. Families, traders, all. I do not have enough men to guard the roads and defend us from Kolsch's incursions both. My attention suffers, and so my governance and my family. He reaches out, or he breathes out through his nose. Nor can I make the effort necessary to bring about an end to this curse if we are beset at all hours by his traitorous plots. Well, Kolsch didn't send me. Did he not? Or do you throw his name at my feet to spare yourself? Radric sneers. He's counting on you all the same, a distraction at the least and an able killer at best, so long as he can use your presence to his advantage. He relishes such opportunities, striking where he can from the shadows. Kolsch lacks the strength to see the matter done. Radric motions to you, and so he relies on stronger allies.
You are a pawn in Kolsch's designs, and he has kept his motivations from you for a reason. I wonder if you understand what it is you do, or what you might accomplish if you were better informed. You have proven your competence in your way, and had I such an ally, we might together put an end to Gilded Vale's woes, lift the curse once and for all, and in doing so, return us to a life where such strict measures are not necessary.
See, the way that he puts that makes me think that, like, putting down all the Hollowborn children is more of like a grim duty. Like, they painted him in town like he was a murderer, just like running around slaughtering everyone. And I think that there's a little bit of that in here. However, he did apply the law equally to his own family as he did to the people in town, which leads me to believe that he might not be the heartless slayer that we think he is. At least not that, like, we've been led to believe. I'm willing to listen at the bare minimum. I'm willing to listen. What did you have in mind?
Good. Good. The stakes are too high for rash action. Be assured Defiance Bay will hear of your assistance to me.
You're in a position to put a swift end to this rebellion. I've wasted too many resources on Kolsch and paid the cost for it. Kill him, and I can refocus my attentions upon this blight. Between the priest and my animancer, we can determine a cure. My family will be the last to suffer for this legacy. I don't know. I think it's nice that someone's there to distract him from killing the rest of my town, even if they're not the best neighbors these days. He has doubtless attempted to ply you with lies, hoping to pull you to his side. He will permit you to approach him so that he might work upon you further, and then you will have your opportunity. I don't know. Like, what if Kolsch is just as bad? That's the problem with dealing with killers. It's a hard spot to be in. I am not convinced. I don't know. He seems rational. That's the problem, is that he doesn't seem like the killer that everybody painted him to be. It's a tough call, and Kolsch might be worse. That's the thing, is I don't really know Kolsch that well. Assuming we get rid of Kolsch and we end the rebellion, what if he does find the cure and he knows how to fix the Hollowborn problem? I don't know. He has killed a lot of people, though. Hanging them up from the trees and whatnot. He did hang the other Animancer for failing him, too. I'm not convinced. Defend yourself.
So be it. May the twinned god take pity upon your splintered soul, and scatter it to the winds.
No, thank you. I won't be doing any scattering today. So what we need to do right now is, yeah, I was worried that this might happen.
What?
And so unfortunately, they start off with a tremendous advantage right now. Like a massive advantage. So I need to get that guy off of him.
Hey. What?
Luckily, we do sort of have options right now.
On your word.
Did he resist that right there? Ah, shit, he resisted it. So yeah, this fight's already over. We're about to lose him at the outset of the fight, and there's nothing I can do about it. Like, I dislike strongly that they got to do that right there, where they just get freebies and they get to attack on their terms. However...
Yes?
If I can scatter some of these guys along this side... Let's throw up a heal real fast. Along both fronts.
Yeah.
And then what I'd like to do from here...
Yes?
Let's get... What is he doing? Oh yeah, he's trying to confuse the enemy right now. Okay, so... I don't think it's working. I think their resistances are a little bit high. Oh no, we got one right there. Okay, so that's good. I'm going to come around on this side. We're going to deal with the Archmage. We'll throw out an attack right there.
On your word.
We may lose him in just a moment, but for right now we're just sort of treading water. I can Sanctuary him if it gets too far. We can get Concentration and Will bonuses. I think Divine Terror... I don't know if I should buff myself or debuff the enemy. It's difficult to decide. Wait, what are you doing right now? There you go. You do that. On this side, I suppose, we've got Instill Doubt. Reduces the speed. Okay, so we've got Iconic Projection. I have people, like, in the way of the combat right now, though, unfortunately. So you help out down here. Let's go Berserky mode on you. And then we're just going to have to get moving again. I mean, we just got to start cleaving through people. It's our only chance. On this side, since he's got armor, I think we might want to start, like, blasting away right here. Now that we've got Regeneration running, hopefully we can get something going on. That's going to be him. Which way is he facing right now? I can't tell which way he's facing. I need you guys on top of, like, anything that we can kill off right here. It looks like we're about to lose a deer.
How may I help?
So we'll start right there. I would prefer that on this side we continue to just, like, throw around everything we can in order to disrupt their combat. And so if we can cause people to sort of, like, run around haphazardly, that will help out a little bit. On this side, he's been chanting long enough to put some skeletons in behind their lines, which will help out slightly. Let me keep everybody situated here. He's still tanking Radric just fine. And so this will give damage reduction to everybody, which I think we could desperately need right now.
How may I help?
I would like for some damage to be thrown back in that direction, although I don't really have a whole lot left to work with here. Give me some magic missiles right there, I guess.
Yes?
I don't know. With these right here, this will be a suitable distraction, and what I need from them is if they can just like be up in this area causing problems, it will buy me time, which I think is really, really good. The Champion of Barath is going to go down pretty soon. I think we do have a lot of stuff to deal with right now, and so I'm trying to take this very, very slowly. I need you right there. Just pay the right. If you can just face the right direction, we'll probably be alright. If these two can get done down here, we can then cleave through the bodyguard and... Let's keep an eye on it, though. We're one, like, crit away from something bad happening, and so... we gotta stay on this for right now. If that paladin turns around and decides to fight with a deer, we've got major, major problems. And so maybe move to right there and cause a couple problems for that guy so that we can clear a deer out. That did buy us some time, and so I think the skeletons are going to be able to keep them up and off of us. In addition, if I can move her to right there and be on that, what I can do is iconic projection. Unfortunately, I'm not in the position to do it right now. On this side, continue with the magic missiles on him. You use your last spell cast to drop a little bit more dock on him, because we need it. There it is, and so we obliterated him. That'll be good, because that allows her through to get to the mage, and that also puts a deer in a strong spot to fight with the character that's on top of Durance right now. And so now that Durance is out of the line of fire, I can have him heal people up a little bit. We're a little bit strapped for options at this point, but finish the Archmage. Yeah, finish the Archmage. You square away with Radric for a second. What do you have for me? You got nothing for me right now. Okay, well, you help with the Archmage as well.
Yes.
Now that that's back up and running, we'll throw that out to see if it helps. There is some serious damage flying around right now, so we need to be careful about it. Actually, I don't know if that's the best choice. Let's throw that out right there. That'll be good. There it is. And so everybody, that was essentially like our last heal. All we have is like little stuff now. And so what I need on this side is let's lock in all these paladins and Radric and all that sort of thing. I'm amazed how well we recovered from like how bad that start was. That start was really, really ugly. Get rid of the favorite of Barath. Ooh, 29 damage from the rifle shot right there. Hell yeah. We are dealing with some damage, and unfortunately I'm going to have to stay on top of that by casting early. But don't turn around when a man has a claymore at your back. That's a bad call. That play is not going to work out for any of us. Once the favorite of Barath is down... Come on, get him. Okay, so the favorite of Barath is now down.
On your word.
Let's put some more skeletons in behind the lines. Put all the skeletons on Radric to try and tempt him into facing the opposite direction. We're not out of casts right here just yet, and so I'm going to keep throwing out a little bit of healing. Durant, you stay right there. I would like you and you to start working on the archer. Actually, if we could...
Yeah?
Let's go something like that right there. I don't know how much longer Durance has. That's my main question for right now, is like how much longer can Durance make it? He's getting beat on pretty well right now. But I think that if I can keep him healed up, we can actually create a diversion right here that's going to work out pretty well to our favor. I don't know. I'm a little bit worried about continuing to heal him, but this is it right here. I mean, this is the last thrust of everything that we've got. So I don't suppose Durance has... Okay, so Durance is still sort of... Durance, I need you to heal bot just as hard as you can right now, amigo. Just keep those heals going out, because if we don't, it's going to be bad for us. On this side... Radric is not taking damage. I'm going to help out over on this side. Damn. We may run out of heals before this is finished. The skeletons don't appear to be doing much for us either. These champions of Barath are causing us serious problems. Alright, buddy. You stay up for right now. Come on. His HP's been reduced, unfortunately. We're about to lose her as well, but we do have one last thing in our back pocket we can use with her. So that might help out a little bit. Now I can disengage Durance. Yeah, that was what I was worried about right there, is that he was going to turn around in just a moment. Luckily, we've got Durance out of the combat now. Radric's still hanging in there to a disturbing extent.
Yes?
Yes?
Yeah, I need you guys just focus one at a time. I mean, he's got such a huge DR that it really is stinging us right now. Give me some more skellies. Oh, that actually just respawns the ones that you already have. Okay. Well, that's not good. Sooner or later, how are those healing right there? My god. The sheer HP on this bastard over here is just, like, alarming. Throw out whatever support devices you have. That's all that we have left. On this side, I guess I could give somebody... I mean, I need accuracy right now, I suppose. So we'll throw that out.
Following your lead.
How may I help?
He's got nothing left. So I guess continue to fire at this guy. Until things get better, I suppose. I mean... Get in behind him. Cleric's still looking okay. We're gonna run out of long-term HP before this is done. They're doing like percentage points of damage. It might be better to have them... I don't know. I don't even know what to do with these guys right now. We're in such a nasty situation that it's becoming less and less apparent what the proper course of action is. Throw up a daze and maybe try and lower a little bit of the damage that's flying around, but I ain't got nothing left right now. We need him to go away, like, right this second. He's falling apart, too. I don't really know what else to say about it. I could throw out a stun right there and just sort of, like, see if that works. And it did. I don't know why the lights just went out, but... that's not good.
I think it may be time.
I think that... oh man, they're exhausted from fighting. That's not bueno. Alright, well, if we can keep people on... ah, never mind. Radric's back up, unfortunately. So that leaves us... oh, did we get one of them? Hey, we got one of the champions of Barath. Okay. So, we don't have any spells left, unfortunately. I don't really have much else to throw around aside from the fact that, like, everybody here needs to be on Radric. Durance is officially down. Radric should be down in just a moment. There he is. So Radric's down. Let's all rally on that champion. I need as many people behind the champion as possible, so there it is. Skeleton, you get behind too. I think actually Durance just died. Wow, what a fight. What a fight. I don't even know what to say about that one. Holy Baranth? I don't even know what deity to invoke right now. But that fight got way out of control way too quickly. Hopefully Durance went down before his HP ran out, but I think his HP ran out, so Durance might be a little bit haggard and messed up from here on in. Alright, everybody, get picked up. He's maimed. So how do we make that go away, or is it permanent? Or does it just, like, diminish over time, or, like, how does that work? I don't know what to say about it for right now, but let's rest real fast. We'll see what it does with his maimed. You awake to see Durance, his staff held in both of his hands before him. A flame flickers at its top end, casting long shadows across his face as he stares in contemplation. Still, for all the light of the fire, your eyes can't focus on him. Perhaps it is awakening from sleep or a trick of the light, but he seems indistinct, blurred around the edges, everything except for the staff. The staff, he seems to be studying its engravings, and as you watch, they glow thinly red like the cracks of heat-suffused wood. The lines stream like molten metal, burning along the edges of the staff, then branch out in an intricate series of fiery veins, bunching thickly where his hands clutch the wood, pulsing as if in a heartbeat. As you watch, the veins spiral into a dozen separate circles, circles that spiral again until they are arranged in a circle of their own. They pulse, wait, and all is silent, and then suddenly there's a great light from the fire, a rushing of air, a great flash, and you awaken again to see Durance in the same place, still holding his staff, but he's solid and real. He doesn't seem to have noticed you or reacted to what occurred. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerdcastle for the next episode of Pillars of Eternity. I look forward to seeing you all in future episodes. Hi-do, everybody. That was an intense fight. I need to go, like, I don't know, have a nap, a lie down, and a beer or something.